Good morning, family, and thanks for joining us today. We really miss seeing all of you in person and look forward to the time when we can meet together again on Sunday mornings. As we continue to navigate this pandemic, I'd like to share with you a little bit about what we're doing as a leadership team to assess and plan for an eventual regathering for Sunday morning indoor worship services. The leadership and shepherds have asked me to form a committee of church members to monitor the COVID-19 pandemic situation. Some of the responsibilities of this committee include staying up to date on the latest guidelines and orders given by the CDC, state, and local governments, to look at studies regarding the transmission of the virus and the resulting short and long-term health effects of infection, and to give periodic updates and recommendations to the leadership and shepherds about when it would be appropriate to regather safely for indoor Sunday morning worship services and how to implement the regathering process. As many of us have seen over the past several months, there's a lot of differing information floating around regarding the pandemic. We believe that forming this committee from members of our church who are seasoned medical and healthcare professionals and expert scientists in their fields would be the best and most objective way to look at and filter through this information. This also allows for us to make the most appropriate and informed decisions as it applies to our specific congregation in this current situation. I recently had a discussion with an expert scientist and member of Littleton Church, Alex Huffman, and he studies the airborne transmission of aerosols. He has been spending a lot of time recently studying the airborne transmission of COVID-19 specifically. One thing that he said to me that really stuck out in terms of how it affects our congregation is that group singing indoors is the most dangerous thing people can do right now as it relates to the risk of transmission of the virus. As many of us know, our rich tradition of congregational singing is perhaps the biggest component of our assemblies, making churches of Christ possibly even more susceptible to transmission risk compared to other church denominations. It is because of critical information like this that we have continued to choose not to regather at this time. All this to say, our mission has been and will continue to be to love God and to go love people. I'm thankful that we have been able to consistently do both of these things through the creative continuation of all of our various ministries and online worship services. Our decision to hold off on regathering on Sunday mornings inside the building comes from a place of demonstrating our love for each other by not putting our church at any unnecessary health risk. We will not rush this process or try to regather before it is safe for our particular congregation to do so, based on the information that we have. We have adapted to the current situation and will continue to adapt and come up with creative ways to fellowship with and serve one another, not unlike the Christian church has done during times of persecution and difficulty throughout its history. We are all in this together, and together we will love each other through it.